Tonight we dance. I decided you're going to get half face tonight because it's dark. And also I'm looking at my notes and my scrotes. Thanks, sis. I wrote that down. I think it was from the Sorries video that you tried to upload like 30 times, but you did mention that. To both of you. Oh, and about what you both have said about Holly. Linz, you need to come visit. And Holly is nothing at all like the person that you think she looks like. Nothing at all like her. Also, Linz, I should point out, you made an analogy that implied that there were rules to this channel. And yeah, we've had some sort of soft rules, like you should put 842 in the tag, but there's no rules really. That said, I'm pretty sure you scared Holly off forever anyway, so I told her she could post again if she wants or not, whatever. And if you're watching, Holly, it's still up to you. Now that you know how crazy it gets up in here, up to you. I do have to take issue with several things that Lindsay has said. And most of the time, I don't care to comment on some of the things you say about me. But simply for the sake of accuracy, on numerous occasions, I have made it perfectly clear that I prefer cats, and I have gone out of my way to concede that the only reason I say I don't like, or have ever said that I don't like dogs, which isn't true, is because I get more annoyed with dog people being the way they are about dogs than I do with cat people being the way they are about. That's not true. Actual cat people are crazy. I'm not annoyed with it, but I'm like, you're frightening me. Like, think of old cat ladies. Ugh. So, really, pet people are crazy, but I like cats. So, that's all there is to it. Your dog, to that... Oh, and I don't recall ever saying anything disparaging directly about your dog, Lindsay. I have only said things like, dogs annoy me, and little dogs are yippy, and blah. I've never, to my recollection, which is oftentimes incorrect and poor, I've never said anything about your dog. And you said, oh, Nick, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. You specifically said that my cat was boring. And that is the thing that I said, oh, it makes me a little sad. So, and I'm just being accurate. I'm over it. It's fine. I'm going to put a better video together of my cat, and then maybe you'll appreciate her more. And the last thing I'll say about that is you have to get over the smelly shit comment. Her shit doesn't particularly stink that badly anymore. I mean, there might be the occasional, but then you scoop it with the litter, and then everything's fine. So, please get over that. You've brought it up 3 times now. Anyway. Yeah, that's everything there. Rachel and I were watching the dog video with the tricks, which is true. You can teach a dog to do tricks, and you cannot really teach a cat to do shit. Because they don't give a fuck. And I'm okay with that. But the pink, as Rachel said it, oh, I never say her name. Damn it. Everyone knows who you are now. As my lady friend was saying it, I was actually thinking as well that I liked the pink in the dog. Lastly, in your description, Linz, of the dog video, you said you've learned your lesson, you'll use landscape next time. I'm very happy to hear that. And also, I have to point out, yes, it is difficult to try and do tricks whilst videoing. Which was the problem I had when I did the video of the cat and trying to get her to jump after the thing, which she almost always does, but I was too weird proximity. So, not to make excuses, I'll put together a better video, I promise. Lastly, all of that bullshit aside, we don't have to talk. We already had the debate, quote unquote, 3 or 4 times now, or 2 or 3 times, about cats and dogs and blah 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 blah. I do not want to dredge it back up. If anybody posts about it, I will post about my poop. We don't have to talk about cats and versus dogs. You can talk about your cats. You can talk about your dogs. Fine. We don't have to talk about cats versus dogs anymore. Lastly, I have joined a swimming club of sorts here as my last ditch attempt. In my mind, this is the final thing I could possibly do to get back into shape. And when I say back into shape, it was literally 16 years ago, the last time I was in shape. But I still relive those glory days. Anyway, I don't really want to be as skinny as that again, but it would be damn near impossible to be that skinny again, so who am I fooling? I am drained, pun intended, or reverse pun intended, because there is water in my ears. So that's why I'm more morose than usual. Sister, okay, Linz, I know you have all sorts of, I've heard everything throughout your life of crazy girls and single white female and all that. But you have to admit that my sister gets herself into the weirdest fucking situations with people. Like, I don't know what I do differently in life, other than being male, to not have, like, a contractor's brother practically stalking me. And the like. I don't see myself ever getting into any sort of situation that could possibly be like that. And I can't pinpoint what I do differently in life to not have these things happen to me. Discuss. This is way too long already.